Breaking news, my people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lead counsel, Aloy Ejimako, alleges plans to infect the IPOB leader with a dreaded bacterial infection called Tuberculosis by DSS. In other words, the DSS arrested and diagnosed a victim that has such sickness. So instead of them to keep that particular person at different cell, they went and joined him with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So my people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. This is our top headline this morning. That is where we are going to start our discussion this morning from. To know exactly what these people are planning. They have done everything humanly possible to buy that young man in that solitary confinement. As if that one is not enough. The young man refused to buy. Now they want to infect him with tuberculosis so that one can finish the life of the young man. But whichever way it is, that young man, nothing must surely happen to him at their confinement or solitary confinement or dungeon, whatever it's being called. So my good people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and lovers of mankind, my Nigerian people, the world at large, and Africans, I don't come again this morning, I don't land like Land Rover. I don't carry my kaya, I come also. And we have a lot to talk about. Please let us take the headlines before we can be able to proceed with the other news. As you are watching, please make sure you are sharing, because this message needs to get to every nook and cranny of this country called Nigeria, or of this mistake of a country called Nigeria, where impunity has become the order of the day, whereby people who made the law are the ones that are breaking the law and nothing is being happened to them, whereby people who are meant to be in jail for life are the ones controlling the affairs of this very nation, this very great nation. So let us proceed with the headlines. Then we will come back to do what? To illustrate and expatiate on this very news headlines we have today. Obey court order and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra family, send this message to the Buhari government and what do they call him? And Malami. IPOB don't distance himself from the Biafra government in exile. Insist Simon Ekpa, not its member. This one come barely some hours ago that they send this message through a more powerful, the spokesperson or the DSS, Directorate of the State. Drama as hoodlums attack NDLEA operatives and rescue arrested drug lord. That is in Nigeria. No other country this one will happen. Make sure they hear pastor who prophesied against Tinubu's victory remained in prison. They used allegation and tied this young man down and sent him to prison simply because he prophesied that Tinubu will not win the election. That is the country we are into. People who are meant to be in prison for life are the ones arresting people and put them inside prison. And we are celebrating them. Enough is enough. Adamawa Reke allegedly collected 2 billion naira to rig the governorship election for Binani. DSS official confesses. And I hear them, I see that one is not enough. The money, the son of this governor Adeleke, where his name be read, the guy there on the street of Osho, they share money. I don't know whether they don't start to confiscate the government properties, or they don't start to share the national cake. I don't know. But this one, it is a call for concern. Your father have not even started his tenure. The case are still in court. You are sharing money to the public. I have known you for a very long time. You have not done a thing like this. That means, Ocean State, and I say, make an eye open. If you come out tomorrow now and begin to probe Adeleke that he never do anything for the masses, they will bring this video and also the photos to you. Now look at where the son is sharing Ocean State money to them. So make gonna do what? Make gonna be wise, when under the trade. So my good people, please tighten your seatbelt because I don't have time to waste. I'm just going straight into the business of the day. Kanu's lead counsel alleges plans to infect IPOB leader with dreaded bacterial infections. Aloy Ejimako, the special counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has allegedly that there are plans to infect the IPOB leader with tuberculosis. Ejimako, via his Twitter page on Monday, made the allegation of exposing Kanu to the dreaded bacterial infection in his cell block. He tweeted, Today, my associate, Barrister Mandela, met with the Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the DSS. According to the report, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu directed him to make it public, let it be known to the general public that he had an episode of profuse nosebleed yesterday, that is Monday, that the DSS had transferred a detainee diagnosed with tuberculosis to his cell block. This is ominous. I'm telling you people that Nigeria government don't want to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They want to buy the guy inside prison, but they don't want to do it by themselves. They want him to be buying gradually, on a gradual process, and that's exactly what they are doing. All other things have been tried, but this young man refused to buy. Now what they have is to transfer somebody who has been diagnosed with TB, that is tuberculosis, to his cell block, so that that person can infect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with that dreaded sickness. Whole world, make sure they hear this news. So if anything happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow, make sure the whole Nigeria government responsible. Tuberculosis is a contagious infection that usually attacks human lungs. It can also spread to the other parts of the body like the brain and the spine and cause mycobacterium tuberculosis, according to webmed.com. Nnamdi Kanu is being detained at the custody of the Department of State Service in Abuja over alleged running a proscribed group, Jumpy Bell, in 2017, and they are accusing him of treasonable offenses. He was arrested, or rather, he was kidnapped in Kenya and brought to Nigeria in 2021, and despite court rulings discharging him, the federal government refused to set him free. Under the hearing, and I saw the thing take BO, we are proceeding. Obey court order. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. IPOP family to Biafra government and Malami. The indigenous people of Biafra has called on the President Muhammadu Buhari led federal government to release its leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The new Nigerian news have it, and I quote that reports the pro-Biafra group made this known in a statement to journalists on Sunday. In a statement released by IPOP spokesman Emma Powerful, the group warned the present administration to avoid doomsday. I repeat, to avoid doomsday, according to the news. It also stated that those involved in torturing Nnamdi Kanu using the instruments of injustice and coercion will not break his resolve, according to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lead counsel. A statement by Powerful reads, the global family and the movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, under the command of our indomitable lion and leaders and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, once again publicly raised alarm on the deteriorating health condition of our leader in the DSS solitary confinement. We therefore again and again demand his unconditional release by the order of court so that he can get proper medical examination and treatment. Those involved in torturing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu using the instrument of injustice and coercion will not break his resolve nor IPOB resolve to demand for Biafra independence. Not now, not tomorrow, and not forever. The Nigerian government and its supporters have understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a living legend that Biafrans will not trade with anything in this life or in this world. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally, as the court have ordered to avoid doomsday. A stitch in time saves 9. According to Emma Powerful, the spokesperson of the group. This one is coming all the way from Finland, where this self-acclaimed disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he don't form his own government too. He call it Biafran government in exile. The IPOP distance from Biafra government in exile insists Simon Ekpa not their member. We're gonna hear the news in detail. Outlawed Igbo separatist group, according to the news, not according to them outlawed. indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB has distanced itself from the recent declaration of a Biafran government in exile by leader of the breakaway IPOB autopilot group, Simon Ekpa, saying the government in exile does not have the blessing of its leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB, in a statement issued by its spokesman, Imam Powerful, on Sunday night, said it was appalled with the declaration by Ekpa, who has since been expelled from the group because of his other heinous crimes and indirect rule and divide. The group said the online inauguration of autopilot group called Biafra Government in Exile and Their Liberation Army was the handwork of a double agent sponsored by Nigerian government to ridicule IPOB, which had failed on arrival. Powerful stated that though IPOB has consistently disassociated from the autopilot groups, the agent provocateurs keep associating their criminal activities and action to IPOB, Eastern Security Network, and Nnamdi Kanu because they were sent to distract and data our movement. But we have defeated them and we always defeat them, as well as their sponsors. We are alerting the international community, the Nigerian media, and the general public to know that IPOB and Kanu are not part of these antics and games coming from federal government with the so-called Biafra government in exile and their liberation army. At no time in this struggle has Kanu or IPOB leaders declared armed struggle or formed a Biafra army. What about what IPOB formed and inaugurated was armed vigilance called ESN. Autopilot has no business with ESN, though they have been using ESN name to defraud people. Therefore, Autopilot and its so-called Biafra government in exile with their liberation army are not part of IPOB or ESN, nor do they have any link or association with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are making this public statement so that the United Nations, UN, and other interested groups will take note, so as not to link IPOB with autopilots and their foolishness. IPOB is wiser than they think. You get it? You don't get it, you forget it. IPOB is a peaceful and legally registered organization in many countries of the world seeking independence from the Nigerian state. On the other hand, the so-called Biafra government in exile is a factional member of Autopilot. None of them is an IPOB member, the statement reads. So my people, and I don't hear them, this one is coming from Imam Powerful to let the general public know that Simon Ekperima is not part of the IPOB. Rather is him fighting for IPOB. Rather, he is fighting for his own pocket. So that's what the thing take be. Drama as hoodlums attack NDLEA operatives, rescue arrested drug lord. This one, only in Nigeria, this one will happen. Hoodlums have recently, in a daring move, attacked some operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency and freed a suspect drug kingpin, Isuofia, alias 50, who was arrested by the agency. It was gathered that the NDLEA officials, who disguised as civilians, were on an operation in the area Odunze Lane at Maitre Diobu in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, due to reported activities of illicit drug activities on Friday. According to an eyewitness who does not want to be named as quoted by Punch, the NDLEA operatives had arrested the suspected drug dealer and were dragging him to a waiting patrol van stationed at a nearby street along Ikwere Road, Inyoma Street, in Maitre Diobu, when some hoodlums and cultists launched an attack. The hoodlums, about 100 in number, were said to have arrived at the scene with bottles and other dangerous weapons and started pelting stones and bottles at the NDLEA team, injuring some of them. During the ensuing attack, they successfully rescued the handcuffed drug lord from the NDLEA operatives. The NDLEA men fired some shots into the air, but the court boys were still stoning, and they eventually ended the escape of their ally 50 before the NDLEA patrol van arrived on the scene. Because of that, there was a serious traffic on that Ikwere Road axis. Many people who have business there and even people passing on that street ran away because of the shooting, the source said. NDLEA confirms attack. Meanwhile, the NDLEA has also confirmed the attack on its personnel, saying the suspect 50 was arrested with large quantities of cannabis sativa. The confirmation was given in a statement by the Rivers State NDLEA Command spokesman Emmanuel Obomogada, who narrated that the hoodlums also carried away the drug seized alongside the suspect. The statement titled "Mob Attack on Operatives of the Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Rivers State Command." However, said the state commander had ordered the arrest of the fugitive and his gang members. The statement read, "In the evening of Friday, April 14 of 2023, operatives of the NDLEA Rivers State Command raided a hangout and drinking joint around Odunze Street, Maitre Job, Port Harcourt, and a suspected drug dealer named Isuofia, popularly called 50, was apprehended with a large quantity of cannabis sativa. While trying to move the suspect to the patrol van, he raised alarm and was resisting arrest, which resulted in a scuffle. And within minutes, hoodlums in their large numbers attacked our officers with bottles and stones and managed to free the already handcuffed suspect, as well as catching away his exhibit before the arrival of our backup team." The state command, Ahmed Mahmouda, has tasked operatives of the command to deploy all necessary arsenals to ensure that the suspect and his cohorts are arrested and brought to justice. Now, so it will take be. Pastor who prophesied against Tinubu's victory, they don't grab this man and put him inside prison. Tag him, rape allegation. Now, so the country be you. That is your country, Nigeria. If you say you die, if you don't say you die, you could say and die. Now, I think as simple as that. A cleric, Daniel Oluwa Fumirapo, who recently prophesied against the victory of the president-select Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has been remanded in the Kirikiri Correctional Center. What is his offense? Nobody can say. But Bayo Nonoga, FFK, even MC Oluomo, who makes comments, sentiments that is enough to cause catastrophe in the country, they are walking freely, enjoying drinking, and even partying with their side chicks. Nigeria, on our way done. Nigerians gathered, and I quote, that the Ikeja Sexual Offences and Domestic Violence Court on Monday remanded Oluwa Femirakpo, who is the founder of Iran Christian Ministry, in prison following rape charges instituted against him. This one now the work of APC. The rape charges were filed against him by the Lagos State Ministry of Justice on behalf of some of his church members. Not that I am supporting him, not that I am siding him, but be rest assured, for you to open your mouth and prophesy against the president-select, my dear, your life is in danger. The cleric recently stated that Tinubu will be unlawfully declared the winner of the 2023 presidential election. Have you seen it? By the Independent National Electoral Commission. Now, the cleric recently stated that Tinubu will be unlawfully declared the winner, and that is simple the truth, and that is exactly what happened. However, on Monday, the Director of Public Prosecution, DPP, Lagos, Babajide Martins, said, after a consideration of the facts available in the duplicate case file, the office of the DPP is of the view that there exists prima facie the offence of rape under section 260 of the criminal law, CH 17 volume 3, laws of Lagos State 2015, against the suspect Daniel Oluwafamilagbo. The counsel to the cleric Olakunle Oyewole, after pleading not guilty to the charges, urged Justice Ramon Oshodi to grant him bail on liberal terms. He said, "My lord, the defendant was not informed on the day the matter came up for the first time before this court." Yes, they will do everything wuru-wuru. You will not even know when you are being sued to court. You will not even know when the case was ruled. They will rule it in your absence, and they will tag you non-appearance. That means you are avoiding the court. That's exactly what they did. The defendant is a well-known religious leader, and he has shown by his action that he will not jump bail. The offence for which he is charged is a bailable offence, and he has credible sureties that can stand for him. The state-led prosecution counsel, Babajide Boye, however, urged the court to deny him bail, adding he is a flight risk. The judge in his ruling granted him 20 million naira bail with 2 sureties in large sum, ordering that he should be remanded in prison pending the perfection of the bail. The cleric, ahead of his appearance in court on Monday, claimed that the rape allegations against him are untrue and political because of his prediction about the 2023 presidential elections, and that is the truth. He said, "If my words mean anything to you, I want to say to you, I have never raped anyone in my life. Hear it now and hear it clear," according to this cleric. Adamawa Reke allegedly collected 2 billion naira to rig governorship election for Binani DSS official, and that is the simple truth. Election results have not been collected completely. You are very fast to, even when people are interrupting him, he forced himself to announce that election to show you that something is wrong. The only thing they will do now is when announcement is, you can go to court. You announce the result, no any single paper in your front, just simply because you have collected 2 billion naira and you fail. It is right thing to do to announce results. Even when some agents at the polling units are not completed collecting the result from the local, from the ward units. Ha! Nigeria. Wait, if I may ask you, this woman now paying 2 billion naira for them to rig election for her. Tell me what this woman will do in Adamawa when she assume office, knowing fully well that she have spent her hard-earned money or the money she gets through that same office to become the governor. Then what the people will expect from this kind of woman? Tomorrow you will tell me, say, we need a woman in the office. Can't you be like other women who will contend who will contest for election with empty-handed? Let the people vote you for your capability, not because you lead your way into the people's mind. Even now, sir, Adamawa people said they don't agree with this election result. Rubbish. There's an allegation that the Resident Electoral Commission, that REC, of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in Adamawa State, Hudu Yunusa, was bribed to declare the candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC, Aisha Binani, as the winner of the governorship election in the state. According to Sahara reporters, an officer of the Department of State Service, DSS, alleged that Yunusa was paid 2 billion naira, the money that this man can never reject in his life. Recall that the REC on Sunday declared Binani the winner without completing of the collation of results from the supplementary election. INEC, however, nullified the declaration of the REC and summoned him to report to the headquarters of the electoral body. The platform claimed that the DSS official alleged in a video that the REC collected 2 billion naira to declare Binani as the winner. The DSS official denied being an accomplice in the fraud, adding that he led a team to arrest the REC member. REC member. The official, identified as Issa, said, "I told you while we were in the car that the REC collected money running into billions of naira to rig the election. I don't know the exact amount, but let's put it at 2 billion naira. When asked what he was doing around the arrest place, he said, "I swear to God I didn't collude with him in the bribery. I was detained with my team to arrest him instead," according to the news. We are having here money rain as a Governor Adeleke's son Bire shares money on the streets of Osun State. Anyachao make on open on an eye. No na money they share so like this you the national cake. They don't start to the cut am. He never even stand well, knowing fully well that this case is still at the Supreme Court. Your son don't start to share the money. Okay, make on continue. It was raining day morning, and the statement on the street of Osun as the Nigerian musician and the son to the state government, Ademola Adeleke, where his name be read, took to the streets to distribute money to the locals. The video that surfaced on social media on Monday captured the moment the singer related with residents and street urchins who queued up to collect a sum of 2,000 naira each for any of them. The singer shared the video of his generosity via his Instagram stories. My question is, this money that you are sharing that you can never share before, not until your father assumed the office of a governor, which kind of money is this and where do you get it? This is the question we all need to ask ourselves. I have not seen in one day that this young man come out and share. Even nobody have ever come out now and say, "Oh, if not for B-Red, I wouldn't have been what I am today." People of Osun State, make sure they ask questions before they go use on a state money. They will even go borrow more, cause use them the share to honor, and they do take them to do dancing, dancing just like in Papa. They take them to do clubbing on our way down Nigeria. It was also gathered that the cousin to the Nigerian music star Davido was in town and decided to show love to the people. Watch the video if you have the time. Davido reveals his uncle sparked his interest in the Nigerian politics. Meanwhile, the Nigerian singer David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, has revealed that his uncle, Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State, sparked his interest in politics. The Omo Babo Lowo Corona disclosed this while featuring as a guest on the latest episode of the Plus 44 Amazon Music podcast. He said fans want celebrities to comment on politics because they want them to amplify public views. He said, "The reason why I feel like they want people, celebrities, to speak is that they feel like we are publicists. First of all, they want to know our opinions on the matter at hand. Think about it. You are talking on Twitter. You are a regular person. You are tweeting about politics. You have 1,000 followers. If you tweet anything, what damage is going to cause you or the general public?" According to the video. But if I go and say my real mind, people that are not even thinking the same as me, since they are fans, will align with me, and I have spoken in the past about politics in Nigeria, and I got bashed for each. This one is coming from David Adeleke, which is a Davido. That is a stage name. So my people, we still need to take other news so that we are going to do what? We are going to conclude our news this early Tuesday morning. And as we are proceeding, there is a question I need to ask. What are the implications? Atiku Campo don't react to Tinubu's dual citizenship saga. Kum gaga hum gaga. According to Patrick Obanyego. What are the implications? According to the law, they're going to quote them for me. According to the section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and whatever you think about it, what is the implications of somebody who said he is the president-elect is now a dual citizenship in Guinea-Conakry and in Nigeria, but he is a born of Nigeria? That means he buys another citizenship. The camp of Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has joined in the belief that President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not have been allowed to participate in the just concluded 2023 presidential election for allegedly having dual citizenship. Nigerian News report, and I quote, that Tinubu, who won or who they gave the mandate of 2023 presidential election on the platform of All Poverty Congress (APC) is again engrossed in another controversy related to having dual citizenship. Speculations are that Tinubu owns a Guinea passport, which many believed made the former governor of Lagos State unqualified to contest the 2023 presidential election. Reacting to the controversy, Atiku's spokesperson Daniel Buala wondered why Tinubu would allegedly have dual citizenship and contest for the presidency. He asked what the implications of having dual citizenship is as the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) had already declared the APC candidate winner of the said 2023 poll. Buala joined in with the belief that dual citizenship prevents Tinubu from the presidency based on Section 137 of the Constitution. If you are running for the office of the president, but you have acquired a passport of another country, meaning you have dual citizenship, and in your INEC form you tick no for having another passport other than a Nigerian passport, what is the implication? According to Daniel. Someone was trying to give an excuse for dual citizenship and said, but the passport has expired. Funny, does the expiration of your passport take away your citizenship status? Buala tweeted on Monday. On the hearing, this one is coming from Atiku's camp. So my good people, please, I don't want to search it more. I don't want you to get bored while listening to my news. So my good people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and lovers of mankind, this is where I pack my car. Before I landed, now go ahead and go. So make an enjoy on a Tuesday. I'll be right back again with another blockbuster. Have a nice day. May the Almighty God bless you all, the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Thank you for listening. Share, like, and comment.